Guys, so today I'm dyeing my wig. It's a blonde wig and I'm dyeing it brown, so let's get into it. So first I'm going to take some of my Shimmer Lights purple shampoo and put it into this water. You could use hot water. I use hot water but not too hot so it won't burn your fingers. And then I just went in and spread the shampoo all around, try to get all the big clumps out of it. And then I'm just gonna put my 613 blonde wig into it. I'ma just start dipping in it. Just trying to get all the yellow tone out of it. Once you get all the yellow tone out of it, it's better to, better to dye any color that you want. And today I'm going for like a honey blonde type of color. So yeah, I'm just trying to get all the yellow tones out of the 613 here. I'm just trying to get it through all the hairs. So make sure you cover the whole head. Just make sure there's no blonde patches in between. Make sure all the tone is even. That's just me going through and seeing if there's any more blonde patches in between. So I threw out the purple water, and this is a new pot of hot water that I just put in so I can start dyeing the hair. But first I'm gonna spray some of my Got To Be glue spray on the lace just so the hair dye won't seep through it. So just spray that all over the lace. Doesn't matter how much or how little, just make sure the whole lace is covered, then put that to the side to dry for a little bit. Then I'm gonna put in the dyes that I'm using today. I'm using honey brown and ginger to get the color that I want. That's just me trying to open the honey brown. I put a few drops, not few drops, I put a little bit of the dye because I don't want to put too much. And next thing you know, it's not the color that I wanted. Because once you already dye, it's very hard to go back. And I'm not no professional, so I probably wouldn't even know how to go back. So I just started off by a little dye at a time. So just trying to get all the big clumps out of it. Yeah, just try to get all the big clumps out of it. Make sure it's all even throughout the hot water. And then that's just me checking on the hair to see if the Got To Be glue spray dried properly. And you could dip in a tissue just to test the water color. But it barely showed on the tissue, but that's just, if you're doing like a darker color, you could do that. Here I am just dipping in the wig. You could use a comb, you could use what I'm using just to make sure the color gets everywhere within the blonde wig, so it won't be no blonde patches. Because if you have blonde patches, you're just gonna have to keep dyeing it over and over, and it's not gonna be an even color. So that's just me dyeing the top of it, making sure everything is nice and even. Make sure I got all the blonde patches out. That's just me checking the color. I did add a little bit more honey brown because it was a little lighter than I wanted it to be. So that's just me adding more honey brown into it and a little bit of ginger into it. And I'm just gonna even it out in the water to get all the clumps out of it so it could go on the hair evenly. Then I'm re-dipping the hair. Again, making sure that all the yellow parts get dyed. Making sure there's no yellow parts left out. So you could, what I decided to do was just leave it in there for like a good 5 to 8 minutes. And just let it saturate in the hair. That's the hair after it being in the water for about 8 minutes. And I did add more honey brown because, like I said, it was a little light, and I don't want it too light of a blonde, I wanted like that really good honey blonde color, so I did add more honey brown and ginger hair color into the water. The water is still warm. As long as the water is still warm, you could still use it. If it gets cold, you could just put in some more. Here I decided I wanted to do like an ombre color type of style. So I'm just dipping the hair halfway in, so the end half could become more brown than the top half. I left it in there for about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes. And then I came back and then I just left the ends in there so the ends could be like a darker color. And I left the ends in there for a good 10 minutes too. So that's just me checking the color. You can see the color difference a little bit. See, the top is more blonde and it's brown, and the bottom is like a darker brown. That's just me throwing out the water. Now what you're going to do is use shampoo. I use the Maui Moisture Vanilla Bean shampoo. I like to use shampoos that I use on my regular hair for wigs because it's human hair, so you want it to be nice and soft and not, you know, dry and brittle. So I just put some shampoo into there, shampoo up the hair real good. The shampoo was coming out brown just because of the dye. You want to take out all that extra dye that's left on the hair. So that's what I'm doing, trying to get it everywhere into the lace in case the dye did get through to wash that out. And I was washing out the shampoo. The hair did feel really soft and nice, so that's good. Now I'm going to put in some conditioner. I use the Hair Repair Banana and Bamboo. It will help the wig be really nice and soft. Because like I said, you don't want it to be dry. And when you're combing it, it's all breaking up and stuff. So just put some conditioner all over the wig. Make sure you saturate the wig in shampoo, the ends, the middle. And then what I did do was, after you shampoo the wig, I just left it in the sink for like a good 10 to 15 minutes. So it could really get into the hair and moisturize the hair to make it nice and soft. So I just left it there for like good 10 to 15 minutes and then I'll come back and wash it out. Here I am just washing it out. And the hair was really nice and soft and it wasn't tangling whenever I brushed it, so that's good. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm really liking the color because I wanted like that ombre effect. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there is like an ombre effect. The top is like a little blondish, then it's brown, then it's like a really darker brown at the end, so I'm really loving that color. Here I am just brushing it out. As you can see, barely any tangles because of the conditioner that I use. And that's okay. So this is the hair after and it's wet. And then this is about a day and a half later after it dried. So that's all for the video, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Bye.